Welcome back to another episode of the Steebee Weebee Show. Kirby said he wanted to play the piano again, huh, Kirby? Okay. Let's go, buddy. You're not feeling it? Okay. Hi, Stan. Oh, there you go. Let's go. You're done. Okay. We have a very special guest today, Kassem G.
Yes. Thanks for having me.
Thanks for coming, buddy.
Hi, Curbs. Oh, man.
It's good seeing you again, man.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, I had a good time at your place.
Yeah, well, thank you. I was so happy you could make it on mine.
I had a great time.
I just think you're the funniest guy. And No Smoke, one of my favorite shows on YouTube right now.
Really?
Yeah, and congrats on the Asa episode.
Thank you. She helped us out a lot.
She brings the views.
It's just me and George, you know.
Me and George we go back.
Like way back.
We go real way back.
I want to talk about all that.
Yeah, let's do it.
I want to talk. Wait, first of all, your childhood.
Mm-hmm. Where it started.
Yeah.
1983.
1983
was the year. I was born in Jordan.
Oh, okay.
So I'm an immigrant.
Me
but
too.
I never lived in Jordan.
Well, my parents were immigrants, but
yeah. Mm-hmm. You were born here in San Diego.
How'd you know that?
We talked about
it.
Yeah. I was born in Jordan, but I never lived there. I lived in Saudi Arabia for 4 years in a compound. My dad was in the hotel biz, so we moved around a lot. So we went from Saudi Arabia, and then he got a working visa for Marriott that gave him a job to the United States, which was our ticket out of there.
Hell yeah.
He's the only one out of his family that got out. And what I learned was, because I recently went back to Jordan, how hard it is to like actually leave the Middle East, especially to come to the U.S.
Yeah.
And when you get a working visa, you have to explain to the government why and how you're taking the job of an American, why they need you to come over. So his whole thing was like, they were opening they had a lot of Middle Eastern business. He spoke Arabic and English. So they were like, okay, come on over. Mm-hmm. So he got to bring his family over, and he moved my mom and my dad moved to Florida, Kissimmee, which was just a terrible.
Yeah, I heard Florida's not nice it's not an ethnic place, is it?
Well, I didn't know at the time. I was very young. My brother was then born there. Mm-hmm. Didn't know anything was amiss with Florida until we came to California 6 years later. Yeah. But Florida was we had my brother. He was the anchor baby, born in Orlando in Arnold Palmer Hospital.
Okay. Shout out to Arnold Palmer.
Arnold Palmer
Hospital.
You know, he made $65 million
on that drink
a year, just on the rights of the drink.
Iced tea lemonade.
Yeah.
We love it.
Yeah, it's delicious.
I
can't believe he was the first guy to do it.
That's crazy.
Imagine if he was just the guy to name it, and there was already a...
Whoa, calm down, George. Jeez.
George,
you're disrespecting Arnold Palmer, man. That dude knew
I miss that laugh. I miss hearing George's laugh.
Is it good seeing him?
It's great seeing George.
You guys he really likes you.
I know, his
face is getting red.
Yeah, you know what George is, he's in my phone as George Rose Tint. Because when I first met him, he had rose-tinted glasses. He always has weird colored lenses for his glasses.
Yeah.
And I never could figure out why, or if there's a secret, if you're seeing other colors that regular people aren't seeing. But now, for some reason, you're clear.
He's handsome, isn't he?
He's good looking.
You guys are both handsome.
No.
You guys, I need glasses. Maybe that'll help me out.
My nose is big, and I have a long face.
No, you got it. My brother loves the way you look. I saw that talking, the way he was examining your face.
Me and your brother have great chemistry, but you know what?
He loves you.
Our chemistry is rivaling that. I'm just me and the leaves.
Yeah?
In general.
Do you like this show better than talking?
Well, since it's right now it's on and talking is not. Yes.
Yeah.
And now that I'm a guest on this show, this is right now my favorite. This is great.
Thank you so much. We needed you.
You know.
No, you don't.
We need you. This show is taking off.
No, it's hard to get guests, man.
You get more views then for your how many subscribers and how many views you're getting, I see this on a graph. You're just going like this.
Really?
Congrats.
Thank you so much.
It's really good.
I want to
You're
give
gonna
you. Can you give us me and George some pointers?
No,
because you're from Maker.
I would have
and
said
YouTube-
I would have said get Asa Akira on your show. You already did that.
We got Asa.
Because that's what I mean. That's one of my most viewed videos. Is I had a video with her. She's magic.
An
I'd say
angel.
put a dog, and put Asa in your
And
show.
boom.
Here you are.
Yeah, but weren't you the first? One of the first YouTubers at you're OG in the game.
I'm
aren't you?
old. Yeah, I wasn't the first, but I was. Just the timing for me was right.
How'd you
I'm
know?
considered OG. I don't know. I don't know how I knew. Sometimes you just get lucky. You get lucky with timing. I didn't do anything special. I just quit I was working retail at Best Buy and
No, you worked at Best Buy
for almost 10 years.
Get the fuck
I
out
was
of here.
slinging TVs in home theaters like nobody's business. If you need me to wire up,
Best Buy,
installing
man.
car stereos, putting in home theaters.
That's hard work.
It's so hard. And I've always had a problem with just like taking orders and being like a
Me
cog in a
too.
wheel.
Me too.
And I hated it.
I worked at Jamba Juice, Coffee Bean.
Uh-huh.
I worked at Fat Sal's.
Mm-hmm.
I worked a lot of shitty jobs, man.
Yeah. What was the last one until what was the first time I saw you was on the episode of Talking? What were you doing?
I did not want to do that, but my
I
brother's
know,
like,
but that's why that episode was so good.
but that was an act. I really did not want to be there.
But that was why it was one of my favorite, if not my
Because
favorite
he called
episode.
me, he goes, dude, you're fucking coming, dude.
Yeah.
I'm driving over there, dude. And I'm
Yeah.
like, I don't want to do it,
Yeah.
man.
You were skating. I remember you were like, he introduced you like you were a skateboarder.
Yeah, I
who
just do it for
slept in
fun.
a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I didn't know what you did.
What's your sleeping like?
I go to bed like at 11. I wake up at 8.
Did you just move that?
No. But I believe.
Wait,
There's
wait,
one
wait.
guy that believes in the paranormal. You're looking at him.
Dude, I swear to God.
I saw it move out of the corner of my eye, but I thought your breath or something.
No.
Steve, something's happening.
Dude,
George.
I swear to God, did you see that?
No,
The shit went like this.
Yeah.
Because we've
This
been
is good
having
energy.
No, we've been having paranormal shit going on in the complex.
I did hear that in one of the episodes. I got to find out. I don't know if you already went over it, but I've got some stories. I heard that too.
Okay, no, this was real. Can I tell you a story that happened in here?
Oh, please.
I was fucking. We just bought it's not here anymore. We bought a shitty IKEA bookshelf. No, it's not there anymore.
Yeah, but it was
I
there.
was literally sitting on the ground, removing shit out of it, and then I walk over here and see that tripod stand.
Mm-hmm.
I would have noticed that, right, Kassem? That shit was like Blair Witch style, sticking straight up on the corner of the bookshelf, like. And I go.
The
to
tripod was sticking?
The tripod was up, leaning against where that light is.
Yeah.
Like directly in the corner, and I would have noticed that shit because I was moving shit right in front of
No
it.
windows are open?
Nope. No.
What's the story? Because I feel like this building is...
This is an old building.
Yeah, do you have the history?
This old Hollywood actor named Colin Drake lived in the front.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, this dude was OG Hollywood,
Mhm.
and he was 93, and he had a dog named Dolly, a Chihuahua.
Mhm.
He ended up dying.
In
At-
the house.
I don't know in the house, but we feel that his ghost is like lurking now. Because my neighbors that live there now,
Yeah.
they've been going through some poltergeist shit.
Oh, that's not good.
No, I'm talking about like moving shoes.
Malicious energies?
And,
Not a residual haunting where the ghost is repeating the same thing over
Well-
and over and over.
well, it
This
is moving
an
the-
active.
well, it turned on the bathtub like I don't know, and then there's
Yeah.
because they're dog sitters.
Uh-huh.
And they had 2 dogs in there, and they were afraid to go near the bathroom. And then the shit just turned on.
No.
Then another time, the fucking key was missing, and then the guy was doing laundry. I don't want to say his name because
Right.
they're in anonymity. But and then they were at the laundromat, and he searched everywhere, but it happened to be in his change,
Oh.
like the key.
Yeah.
Just weird shit. What do you
Yeah.
think about? Do you believe in that?
I do. And I don't know. because my mom, I think a lot of it has to do with my mom believed in it even when we were kids. So she would always be like, there is a spirit in the house. Like they live in Hawaii, and they live in an old house in Hawaii.
Oh, they live in Kauai?
Yeah,
Hawaii?
in Kauai.
In Kauai, in Hawaii.
Kauai, Hawaii.
Because, you know, they believe in all that shit.
Oh.
Like the night walkers.
The house that my parents have, a couple old people lived in there, passed away.
Yeah.
And this guy named Larry passed away in the house. And we found out that the house was haunted, according to my mom, because the room that me and my brother stay in when we go visit was the room he passed away in. And the night we spent the first night we spent in there, me and my brother are downstairs playing. I think we brought a PlayStation. We're playing. My mom is walking upstairs, going to her room. She's doing her good nights. And she's like, oh, by the way, Larry shocked your father earlier. Good night. And then she just went. And I guess my dad felt like something choking him. And in the room when he was like putting in the bed sheets for the beds that me and my brother were staying in, she's like, "Oh, Larry, he shocked your father. Okay, bye." You know, and she's like, so she's very funny about it all. But it's also like my brother had a weird experience in there. I had one of the sleep paralysis, like Man in the Hat experience, like black shadow figure.
Yeah. My dad's seen that, man.
Yeah. I watched the documentary on it and everything. I can't figure out if it was because I was just drinking, but also I've had these experiences twice when I was drinking, and I think the drinking puts you in the zone to where your frequency is a little bit more attuned to get these dudes.
Yeah.
But I remember just this black figure
Did it have a hat?
staring over. It had like, an old-fashioned hat.
Yeah.
Like a fedora.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Can I tell you?
Please.
Okay, my dad has had several strokes.
Yeah.
Several.
Yeah.
The gnarliest one.
Yeah.
My mom goes, it's time. You know, he's dying. And so we fucking went over there.
Your dad's still around?
Yeah, he's still alive.
All right,
yeah.
good. All right.
Just knock on wood for that. I love you, Dad. So we went to the hospital in Gilbert, and you know, once my brother and me and my mom were there together, we all started crying because he looked like a skeleton, man. He didn't look good at all. But then somewhere in that hospital room, he's lying in bed, and let's say that's the hospital window where that window, the mirror is. He was like, you know?
Yeah.
And so I'm like, and then my my brother was like, you know, kind of talking to him half Korean, half English, like, what are you seeing, Dad?
Oh,
and
no.
he's like, it's the same. He saw a fucking dude with the fucking fedora.
Yeah.
And the shadow with the suit on.
And you were both in there, or just your brother was in there?
Me, my brother, and my mom, all in the hospital.
And when he pointed, you guys looked?
It first was in the bathroom. Because there's the bathroom was like on the side of the bed, and he was doing that, but then it moved towards the window. That's what happened.
Yeah.
So what is it about?
I don't know.
Is there some kind of ancient history with this particular type of ghost?
I don't know what it is. The only other time, and they were both times where I had been drinking that night. Like I said, I have a feeling that when you're drinking, it makes you more open to. This is based on no science or anything, but it makes you more open to getting this stuff.
Yeah.
When me and George, we did a ghost hunting videos, like an hour-long ghost hunting trip. And funny story, George was like, it's sick in bed while this was happening. But so we went to stay aboard a aircraft carrier, the USS, it was in Alameda. Okay, and so they had a thing where all these ghost hunting teams would come, and you can investigate the whole ship and then spend the night on the ship.
On the fucking...
Yeah, in the bunkers, or in the area where like the guys would sleep, like the guys that worked on the boat would sleep, and it's bunks that are like 3 bunks high in a room, 3 times the size of this place. Bunk, 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 bunk. There were maybe 7 of us.
This is just docked on the water?
It's docked on the water. It's in Alameda, California.
Fuck that,
the
man.
USS Hornet.
Yeah.
The Hornet. Okay, so George is sick all day. He skips out on the whole ghost hunting trip. He's in the cot asleep.
Yeah.
You had the flu or something.
That was awful.
No help at all that day. No help.
But he was
Zero.
still doing it? He was still
He
showing
was
up?
there because we were hundreds of miles away from home. He couldn't leave. So George is in the cot. We all do our ghost hunting thing, film all night, and then we come back to sleep. And I pick my bunk. George is already passed. He's been passed out for hours. We had a terrible dinner. I don't know, that made it worse. Oh, yeah. And we had a few drinks too. And I get in my bunk, in my sleeping bag, and then go to sleep at 3 a.m. It might have been 3:02 or 3:03.
There wasn't other crew members, just you?
There was no. It was all of us within a 20-foot by 20-foot area,
Thank God.
all asleep.
Yeah.
All 7 of us. So it's not like I was alone.
That'd be scary.
But I was in my bunk, and I could feel my whole body had this cold electric static charge all over. And I want to be a skeptic to all this stuff, but I've never felt anything like it. And I woke up, and I was like, oh, shit, this feels weird. And then my sleeping bag starts to come unzipped. I had it zipped. My sleeping bag's coming unzipped, and then my body's coming up like this, like my belly's coming up.
Oh, God.
And the sleeping bag's unzipping, and I'm trying to yell. I'm like this, help me. I'm trying to scream so somebody would wake up.
Paralysis,
George is literally 5 feet away.
Why don't you help your friend out,
well,
man?
this is the best part. So I'm like, help me. And nothing. No one gets up. No one hears a thing. And then I just had to like close my eyes. And then like, I don't really remember. It just stopped. And in the morning, everyone's kind of getting up, like slowly getting up. George is, still sick. And I'm like, embarrassed a little bit. I wanted to ask because I know we're doing this video and we're kind of like spoofing these ghost hunter shows, but I was a little embarrassed. I'm like, did anyone hear me call out, like say anything, help me or anything like that? And George was like, oh yeah, I heard you. Oh yeah, I heard you yell, help me. And I was like, well, what?
You motherfucker, George.
No
this
one.
Fucking guy.
So that's what
What are you laughing
that's what
at,
George.
Man? This guy needed help, man.
George did not help me.
What were you thinking, man? He needed your help, man.
I was like, maybe I heard something. If I hear it a third time, then I'll help.
I gave him a pass because he was so sick, but it never made it in. It never made it in the video.
Yeah.
It was something I didn't talk about. I didn't do anything as far as like include it into the narrative of the story. But it was the weirdest thing. Besides
Scary.
catching an EVP, which we did, it was the weirdest thing that happened to me that whole
You had a
trip.
voice capture?
Yeah. We did Ouija and caught one.
You did the Ouija board?
We did. I know you're not supposed to.
Hey, why don't you take this to the head, open that? We got that for you, and let's hear the Ouija story.
Yeah.
I like this.
Thanks again.
Yeah. Hey,
George
cheers,
knows
man.
I like
Hey,
it.
cheers.
Cheers.
Yeah, cheers, George. Cheers. Safe trip.
Cheers, George.
Safe travels for you next week.
Okay. So, as part of this trip, it was like 5 stops. We did the USS Hornet. We investigated somebody's home. We did a castle. We did something else. It's all
St. George Hotel.
Wait, you did a
St. George
you
Hotel.
did a castle?
Yeah, it's an hour-long YouTube video I made with no commercial interruption. I just put it out because it was like me and my friends on a cool how long were we gone? 8 days? 7?
Yeah.
For
Where'd you
8
get all this
days.
gear though? The fucking
This was the best
All the
part.
technology
is
and
like Maker
shit.
Studios
Maker.
greenlit this thing and we spent $100,000. And I was trying to get this thing made for so long, and they were like, "Fine, okay," because I didn't make any videos. I'm like, I make one video a year. Just let
Right.
me make one big one. Mm-hmm. And they were like, "Fine, whatever." So we got all the ghost hunting gear. We had
EVP.
we rented a big van, the big Sprinter vans.
yeah, Ghostbusters for real.
It was one of the most fun trips, and we even
Oh,
we did a Bigfoot one before that, which was a half hour, but it got enough views. They were like, okay, we'll let him do the ghost one. So anyways, one of the things that we ended up doing was I wanted to go to somebody's home and do a ghost hunt in somebody's home who said
This place
was haunted.
Yep.
And you were on the producing team, so I don't know how you found the people that wanted to be on the show, but you guys found a woman that said her home was haunted.
Where was she located?
It was I don't know Stockton.
Yeah, it's outside of Stockton.
Oh, Stockton, yeah. Oh, shout out to Diaz brothers. Shout out to the Diaz brothers.
Are they from there?
Yeah, they're from Stockton.
Stockton is
Yeah.
It's a special, it's
Yeah, it's special.
a special place. It sucks.
It's rough. It's rough.
It's a rough part of the
Okay.
state. And I think even people that live there would agree,
Mm-hmm.
But we went to this woman's house, and we essentially did the EVP things. We tried to shoot orbs, but the culmination of the night was us. One of them was practiced witchcraft. What's it called? Wiccan. She was a Wiccan.
Whoa.
And she had this homemade Ouija board. It just looked like,
Dude, let me tell you.
Not a good idea
Yeah,
ever.
when I see a homemade one, I'm like, kind of like,
Yeah.
we're out
That's
of here.
exactly why.
I would just go like, guys,
Yeah.
we're out of here.
No, and I had to ask because the whole time my brother was like, I don't think I want to do that Ouija board thing. Like the whole trip, it was like all up until the moment we got there. He was trying to be very cool about it, but he was like, you don't need me for the Ouija board thing. Like he's like, I'll just be outside.
What were the materials like? What did it look like?
It was the Ouija board was made out of it was carved wood. I don't know what kind of wood, but it was wood. It was carved and it had like
Wait,
paint. It was painted
With a knife, like carving.
Yeah. Hand carved. It wasn't like a square piece of wood that you just took to like Color Me Mine and did a thing. It was carved. It had like, I think there was like a pentagon on it or something. It had like a red pentagon.
Oh, jeez.
And so we were with this other guy, Paul Dale Roberts, who's a self-proclaimed ghost hunter, and he has like a hotline that people can call if they need him to come and ghost,
man.
right?
Yeah, Ghostbusters.
That's exactly what he did. And he said 90% of the calls that he gets are from people who played with Ouija boards and think they've opened a portal to hell and need him to come help. And that's...
I don't fuck with the Ouija. I'm just letting y'all know.
Don't.
I don't fuck with
And
the
you
Ouija.
shouldn't.
I
You
don't
shouldn't.
fuck with that shit.
No, you should not.
I will not fuck with that. I joke around with my
No,
friends.
you shouldn't. I'm telling
Oh,
you.
you don't even joke.
No. You should joke, but you shouldn't actually do Ouija.
Fuck no.
Unless you have somebody who knows what they're talking about. Because after that, we had to light all this Palo Santo wood and like fucking all this. But before, so we sit down, and me and my friend Ron are doing the in the thing. We're doing the thing where we go.
What was that? Your hands on
are
it?
you moving it? No, are you moving it? And it was doing that whole thing. And meanwhile, the Paul Dale Roberts guy is on the voice recorder trying to catch
EVP.
EVPs, and we're asking questions. And Ron said something like, "Are you here with us now?" And then we just kind of kept going. And then Paul stops the voice recorder, listens to it. He's like, "Oh, it answered you." And we're like, "What?" And I got goosebumps all over. I'm like, "What happened?" And he played it back.
What, on the recorder?
Yeah, he played it back. He's like, "Oh, listen." And it was like, you hear Ron. It's like, "Hey, are you here with us now?" And then this thing was like, "Yes, I am." And we.
Wait, it was clear. It was that clear.
It was a little muddied. We had to send it to our sound guy.
You got to reverse it in the program, right? Because I've seen some videos on that.
Oh,
shit.
where they replay
Yeah,
it
it's
in
all in
reverse?
Yeah.
Oh no, we didn't do that.
Because that's
We didn't
when
do that.
the truth is revealed. Everything.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh. It did sound like it could sound like something played backwards.
Yeah. You got to do it in reverse in the program.
So we sent it to Roth, our sound guy at Maker Studios, and he cleaned it up. And it clearly says, "Yes, I am." And we were trying, and even Dan, our editor, tried to debunk. We tried to figure out how somebody could have faked it because we were all in the room.
Yeah.
Like if Paul Dale Roberts like talked into it, we had footage. We had there was no way he could have talked into it. There was no way anyone else could have talked into it, and we just don't know how he could have got that voice recorder to say.
So what's
yes.
that in reverse? I see.
Me.
May see.
May say.
I may say.
May I say.
May I say.
May I say.
Maybe.
Is yes I am
Yeah,
backwards.
May I say. But
We
keep
just
going.
discovered.
Sorry. Yeah.
So that was like one cool highlight. And then we went to a castle and did a bunch of stuff, and little weird stuff happened. But
With the Ouija again?
no, we quit with the
Oh,
Ouija.
thank God. Don't fuck
If you
around
mess with the
that.
Ouija, you got to burn some sage or Palo Santo wood or something, and
Yeah,
you got to
sage.
like go around, and you got to go around your buddies, and
I did that in here.
it's good. It's good
Yeah,
for
and they
cleans it up.
got the neighbors did that too.
Yeah,
That shit works, right?
It's important.
Yeah.
I hope it works.
But that EVP is no joke, man.
We tried to go and make a video that was just going to be fun, but we wanted to tackle the ghost hunting stuff like as if we were being serious, and we got all the
This is
stuff.
not a hoax.
No, we didn't.
This is real. You
we
wanted
didn't
to
hoax it.
really
You
do
know when
this
you're
shit.
watching those Ghost Adventure shows, and then it's like they clearly added in those sounds, and it's like they're trying to just make you come back after the commercial break. I didn't want to do any of that.
Yep.
I just wanted to just go have fun, and then we ended up getting stuff that we couldn't debunk. I don't know still to this day what it was. I'm almost 34 years old, and I'm, you know,
Yeah, I hear that.
I'm
No,
not,
I believe
I'm not
you.
16 and gullible.
No.
I'm
I believe
34
you.
and gullible.
Yeah. So was that the scariest experience, or what was up with the castle?
The castle was fun. I don't know, George, if you had any weird experiences, but like the castle, we spent 2 nights in, and we edited it down to 1 night. But we spent 2 nights where we basically split up into teams, and then just we searched floors as teams. And the one weird thing is we had this iPhone app called the iOvilus, and it's a ghost hunting app on your iPhone.
What does it do?
And it just pops out words. It has a database of like 1,000 words, and depending on, I don't know what it is, if it uses the iPhone microphone, or if something wants to communicate, it'll generate a word that then you will hear through the iPhone app. And there was
that shit?
I don't know, but they made $1 off us because that's how much the app was. But then one thing happened with my brother where he, and even me, with just the things it said.
Oh, your brother was there with you?
Yeah. Oh, the whole team.
Wait, who's your team? How many in your crew?
There was like 8 of us.
Yeah.
You and who was on your team?
Was Bryce there?
Yeah, Bryce was there. Ron was on his own. Lane, John, George, Bryce, Kassem, Ron. So 7.
Yeah.
7.
And we always put Ron alone. We gave Ron one of those MTV Fear cameras, the ones that you know, like, because I used to love that show and I wanted that perspective. And we had just put Ron on one of those and told him to go to the basement and just. You know, there was weird stuff.
Shit, yeah.
We had the temperature readers. You know, there was a lot of like just weird. And the iOvilus would always say things that like synced up. The guide that we had, there was the guide from the castle that they always kind of have to be there to make sure you're not like
fucking
tearing
around.
it up.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
But the thing said it's her name.
What?
Yeah, and then she's like, and she wasn't surprised. She was like, "Tell him I said thank you." And then the iOvilus said like, "You're welcome," or so. It definitely responded back to her. And she was in another floor, and I was on the iOvilus. So there was, I don't know.
So like, did you guys
crazy.
sleep at the castle?
No, we didn't sleep. We just stayed. We went from
that would be
11 a.m. to like 4 a.m. And then we went to go sleep at the hotel we were staying at.
What about doing it at a cemetery?
We didn't do it at a cemetery,
That'd
but
be
we
scary.
definitely shot our promo shot at the cemetery where we're all wearing the Ghost Hunter Affliction shirts.
Yeah.
We all, and we had a psychic with us. We hired a psychic to come with us.
How'd you
and,
find
like,
this psychic?
George,
George,
Bryce
you found
her.
it?
A lot of research, yeah.
Maria Laguna Salas, shout out.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Do you miss doing this type of work?
Oh, it was so fun.
It's the best,
It's
right?
fun because I get to go on a little mini trip with my best buds. Mm-hmm. Guys that, like, if you were to give me just like 8 guys you would want to go on a trip with, I'd say 7 of them would be in this crew.
Right.
And then there's George.
Where wouldn't you go? Because there's just probably some really, like,
You mean for the video, like ghost wise?
just ghost wise. Aren't there like just gnarly places where no one goes, like, because it's too?
Yeah, I don't know. Like
Too much
there was
ghost activities?
There's places like when they asked me where I wanted to go, there was a famous episode of Ghost Hunters where they went to Eastern State Penitentiary, and I wanted to go there, but we couldn't afford to go out of state, so we just did like Northern California trip.
Yeah.
But we got enough, we got enough views on it. And I think we proved like a proof of concept that like I still do want to make a show out of it. But
Oh yeah, just on YouTube or just
Anyone.
like a network?
yeah, I don't know.
Type thing?
It's just, I don't know
That'd
if
be cool, dude.
because of like Maker Studios, and I ended up leaving Maker Studios. Like I don't know who has the rights to it. It's like very convoluted and like, I don't know. I just have to come up with a
So
different name.
how long was Maker? Like, when did Maker start?
The 2009.
What was Maker, first of all?
Well, when it first started,
Yeah.
it was me and like 7, 8 other people making videos on YouTube who needed like a studio. We just needed a studio
to film shit.
To have to film shit. It had a green screen. It had like a full-time editor, guys that can a full-time shooter. Because some of us, like I could go out and come up with ideas to go shoot, but like I didn't know how to shoot, and I wasn't a good editor. So if I had those things, we could pump out more
Content, yeah.
and that was the whole idea, was like, how can we leverage all that stuff to like feed everyone's YouTube channel to like help them just pump out more? Because we could see like, oh, this is, you know, people like all these kids are like only watching YouTube for content these days.
Yeah.
How can we make...
What year was this?
09.
It's 09.
Yeah, 09. And then it was just started. It's like started in a backyard in Venice. And it was
like dinky little operation.
Super dinky. And then we got a small suite.
Because when I went, it looked nice as fuck, man.
Yeah, but that was like investors and years later.
Because you had rooms and a makeup room, like all kinds of...
That's when it had like jumped the shark, you know? And I'm very proud of what the company did in the whole landscape of things, but that's not what we set out to do. We were kind of... Yeah, we just wanted to like make stuff and have a studio where like...
Dude.
Like everything always came down to like working with your buddies. Like how could we work with our buddies more? And it came to a time where like one big shot investor came in because he was like, oh, this will probably like blow up. I'm gonna come in and like try and make a ton of money on this. And then when one investor comes, then another one comes, and then it's like, you guys should have a really nice CEO or a COO, and let's bring this guy from MySpace, or let's bring this guy from AOL.
Right.
And so all of a sudden, now these guys have like a goal to make money, and our goal of like just making YouTube videos gets put aside. And they were like,
That's
well,
weird,
let's start
man.
signing channels. Let's start managing channels because like you guys know how to do it. So like, let's manage other YouTube channels. And then like it became a race because then other companies started popping up.
Who came up with the name? I like the name. It's a cool name, man.
I think Danny Zappin came up with the name.
Maker Studios.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. That wasn't, and I don't think that was it wasn't any of our ideas except Danny. Danny was the main sort of visionary behind it all. But he didn't have a YouTube channel. We all had YouTube channels. So we were all kind of like, you know, he had the big vision. We had like the gears to get it going, you know, like the actual moving part. So I don't know. It was like a matter of great luck, timing, and like a little bit of hard work, you know. That was about it.
Now, when did you guys get to the point where you were seeking out other like YouTubers or like? Because you got my brother, right? Like, he wasn't a YouTuber.
That was after investors had come and everything, and like we were still smaller.
Yeah.
It wasn't like until, you know, Disney was around or anything like that, but. I remember the first time I met your brother, because Lisa, Danny's girlfriend at the time.
Well, Lisa's the woman. She's the one.
Yeah,
that
she had like one of the biggest YouTube channels. She went on Mad TV for a season or two, and she met Bobby there. So there was one day she's like, I'm gonna bring Bobby in so he can help us shoot some sketches. I'm like, oh, I love Bobby. I think he's great.
Right.
I loved him on Mad TV, and I think literally within the first 5 minutes of meeting Bobby, I saw the dick. It was rad.
Oh, you showed you his penis?
Fuck yeah! Like he was stripped down naked in like 7.5 minutes after we met. He was so funny. He was just so funny.
He feels more comfortable doing that than he does just being clothed, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm used to that.
He's got such a comedy body. His body.
It's just like a rolly.
It's funny.
Like a ball.
It's funny. You can't like you can't.
Well, check out the tattoo I got.
Is that him?
Yeah. Wait, can I show? That's love, man.
Where'd you get that?
I love my brother. I designed it. Hold up. I love my brother. I designed it myself.
What did he say when you showed it to him?
He couldn't. He was scared. He was scared. It stemmed out of that, right?
Yep.
George? I did a tiger belly flyer.
Oh yeah.
Are you gonna make this into a sticker or what,
Yeah,
dude?
Oh, your art is great.
Yeah, thank you, man.
Have you just been into art?
I just do it for fun. I like doodling.
But I don't know what your style, like how to categorize it, but it's so great.
Thank you.
The
I
one that you
appreciate
made of me
You liked it?
at my show is one of my favorite ones. I mean, they're all great, but that one was really special.
And you know, George got a tattoo.
No.
Yeah, you gotta show.
Did you draw that?
No, that's his friend did that.
George, what is that? Is that an angel?
It's a grievous angel.
What's a grievous angel? Sorry.
That's what everyone is asking. I didn't know. I thought it was grievous.
I'm sure it's
from
something.
Star Wars.
George is very smart, and he knows.
This is titled Graham Parsons' best album, Return of the Grievous Angel.
I just heard something about how like there was some weird stuff around his death. I heard in like a podcast.
Oh, yeah. Crazy story.
I got to hear that from you, but that's a different.
Yeah,
that's
man.
a different time.
Would you get a tattoo of your brother? I met him. He's a nice guy.
He's a great guy.
Yeah.
I just don't have.
I
can't.
Yeah, but my brother got scared. He thought that he was like, "Oh, dude, that means I'm gonna die."
Because you put in. Because
anytime you get a family member.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
But come on, I don't want to put that energy out.
No.
He's got many years, doesn't he?
No, your brother's is such an inspiration to me because
But he needs to quit.
Yeah, but
you
know he's sober.
You're sober too, though, aren't you?
I'm sorry. As of this year, I'm freshly sober.
Proud of you, brother.
A lot of people don't know. Actually, I've never.
I am too.
I haven't mentioned that.
I am too.
Yeah, I know.
8
It's
years.
like the coffee though. That's where I'm at right now. It's
Me
like,
too.
I can't stop.
I can't
It's
either.
my only.
I need
it's my
it.
only joy. It's the only way. It's the only way I can get a little buzz in my face or
Yeah.
something. It's just like.
You do need it every day because I need it every day.
This is my. Today's Sunday was like one of my off days, but this is my third one of these today. Of these 7-Eleven. These big guys.
Do you mind if I answer this, my girl, real
this
quick?
would be great.
Yeah. Hey, babe.
Kirby. Hey.
Okay, cool. I'm actually filming right now. You're actually, yeah. Yeah. Well,
You're on the show.
Yeah, the camera's on. So, okay, well, okay, babe, bye.
I miss your laugh, Church. I miss you.
So this is the Steebee Weebee format. I don't know
I
what's
love it.
Yeah.
If you can't answer your own phone call on your own show, what kind of show is it?
Yeah. So are we doing? How are we doing? I mean, are we doing the right thing here? I don't know what I'm doing. Like every week's a different mystery, and
you have something.
I worry.
You have something so special. No joke. You have
Really?
something so special that you just keep doing it,
Yeah.
and it's already paying off. I think.
You know,
and
we're
you guys are the right size. It's just George
just me and
standing on your
George.
bed.
Yeah.
And you in the corner, and that's perfect. If you can keep it this size
just like
forever,
this. Yeah,
for as long as you
have a
can.
big crew, man.
Well, it's just because I didn't want that. I
didn't want it because I was scared when I showed
live,
up.
when you do live, they need a TriCaster, they need this, and we had when your brother came on the show.
Yeah.
it was like still like our second or third show, and there was a bunch of people that just didn't need to be there. Were there?
Yeah.
and your brother was like, I could tell he was freaked out by it, and I was like, oh, I know.
I was scared. I was overwhelmed,
I
too.
know it's too much. This is way better.
It's more. Yeah. Because
I'm just trying so many different things, so I may come back and just do like something like this. Because
Yeah,
this is
that'd be
this is
dope.
personal.
Yeah. What about
and
just
I wish
you
I
and
could
your
have had
brother?
you on to talk for longer.
I would
but there's like so many other things that we.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
But I'm just at the point where I'm just happy to be in a position to make videos and not worry about like how many views or how much money I'm getting paid. Because the company sold, and I was in a great position to just like not have to slang my shit.
Well,
Like-
what do you mean by that?
Like I felt like I was making videos for the game, like the YouTube game, to like get money and like views and And,
See, George, we could just do it like this.
Yeah, every video back then was like, well, let's see, how can this video take off? Instead of just being like, we had a fun idea to do it.
Yeah.
And I hated that. I hated.
It's a lot of
playing the
pressure,
game.
man.
No, because then people, it's terrible. It's
it's
no
just-
way to have.
Because I want this to be like, because I've had Eric Griffin and my brother, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
People were up there, like, I want people at the bottom of the mountain, the middle of the mountain, and at the top of the mountain. I want just the homies and people still grinding. And I met a girl at the dog park with my girlfriend. She's a dancer. And I'm like, hey, you know, she does dancing. I'm like, do you want to be on the show?
Those make some of the most interesting. You know, like everyone watches Joe Rogan. Everyone,
I
you
love
not to
Joe
plug
Rogan.
other
Yeah,
things, but
I
like
love
Joe
it.
Rogan's best episodes for me are the ones where like he has the science guy on, like a Graham Hancock, or like a guy like you would have never sought out on your own.
No way.
But like he gets to sit there for 3 hours and just say the most interesting stuff. And some of the big names, like I'll just tune out because maybe I've heard them before.
Yeah.
But you know, it's
a diverse palette. Now, like so you started YouTube what year?
Maybe 07 or 06.
07.
06 is I think when I made my channel, and then
Was there a video that you made that just kind of went viral and shit?
there was like I don't know. I think the first ever Man on the Street on Venice Beach I did
Oh yeah, you
went
did.
big because I did it as just like a satellite reporter for Philip DeFranco's news show. He still has a news show, but he had it back then, and I was like, I kind of know. I'm like, what if I just do like a 30, 45 second like man on the street piece based on like a news topic you have on your show coming up? He's like, yeah, sure. So I went out. I borrowed my friend Corey Williams, who got me into YouTube. I borrowed his camera, took my roommate out, went to Radio Shack, bought a wired mic, went to the boardwalk, and did
Whoa.
man on the street interviews. Didn't know how to work the camera. He didn't know how to work the camera, so the whole thing was blown out. Like no one knew how to white balance or anything like that. And it was just me asking people about. It was like Miss California had some nudes or not nudes, just some sexy risque pictures that were leaked online.
Yeah.
And it was just me asking people about it, and it cut together like just real nice and tight. And I gave it to Phil, and he put it in his show, and then I uploaded it on my channel, and then it was like right then people were like, "Oh yeah, this is cool." Like,
Right.
But I didn't do anything special. It was just
But
I
you-
was the only one doing man on the street at that time.
And then that was the right time.
You know, everyone knew jaywalking, like Jay Leno, and like everyone had seen that, but no one was at that moment doing it
what you're
online.
doing.
Yeah. It's just a lot of it was real great timing,
That's cool, man.
and me just not.
Tripping
Me
too
being
hard.
I was so fed up with working retail
Yeah,
that I
dude.
was willing to do anything, like humiliate myself on the beach. So
And then where was the time? Because you got a lot of subscribers, didn't you? Didn't you like surpass
yeah,
a million or
it
something?
went quick when I was playing the game. It went quick.
No,
Like-
well, what is it? What does you mean by playing the game? Like the way you're talking about?
You have to collab. Like you know, like you. The key, you don't have to be good to have subscribers on YouTube, and I'll be the first one to say that. You just have to work. You have to be nice enough, and in some people's cases you don't. But you just have to get people who have more subscribers than you to let you do things with them. So that way you're exposed to their subscriber base.
Oh, damn. So there's a format, huh?
And then if you're good, if you're like decent, or if you're likable enough, you'll get a bigger chunk every time you do that. But that's why I like collabing. It's like even in the YouTube has a handbook now where it's like one of the things they tell you to like get subscribers, like the first things they tell you is to collaborate with other
I'm not good with that,
people.
man.
But that's the people I like to
Yeah.
watch don't do that, and they stick to their I mean, you
what's it
can.
called? Yeah.
But like Asa was a great version of that, because like she
Yeah.
has a huge presence online, and she's super interesting, and
Yeah,
she's super nice.
She's like my sister.
She's one of the nicest, and you know, I haven't really had a chance to like tell her in person, but I thought she was so funny.
Oh, dude.
She's just one of the funniest
dude, she's
people.
writing books. She's writing books. And
She's one of the smartest,
she's smart, dude. Yep.
funniest women who used to do porn that I've ever seen. But funniest, smartest women, period. But she also used to do porn.
But
And
you had a series with porn stars, right?
Yeah. That's when I met her.
Yeah. How did you meet? Like, how'd you get into that game?
I don't know. I was trying to come up with like a twist on Inside the Actor Studio, but like,
Nice.
but
I
like trying to play the YouTube game where you're like, well, what'll get views? You can't show porn, but you can like talk to porn stars, and that was it. It wasn't really anything out of the box. It just timing was good, and nobody was doing something as
Yeah. How
Like
many
that.
of those did you do?
I don't know, maybe
10?
10, something like that.
And then did you just do one, and then she'd go, I could talk to my friend. She might
yeah,
want to do. That's how
getting
it
the
worked?
first one was really hard.
Like, that was tough.
We sent
right?
out like a MySpace blast to like.
Oh, this was during MySpace.
100, yeah.
Oh.
100 porn stars until one of them was like, yeah, I'll come and do the show. And then when we got her, then you shoot and you film it. Then you have something you could show to other people, or she could be like, oh yeah, my friend would love to do this. And I tried to be very nice after we shot the show, like off camera, so they wouldn't be turned off and like think like, oh, this guy's such an asshole, because I really just wanted to be somebody who like they would recommend their friends to come do.
Hell yeah.
And I met a lot of great, like Asa I met, Lisa Ann was great. There's a lot of great ones, and there were some girls who like just like it felt like they didn't know what the show was and they thought it was going to be a regular interview, and then it like turned into a disaster. And like,
Did you like it when that happens, or?
I did, but like one of them I couldn't ever show.
What happened? Oh, we don't have to talk about it.
Because she felt like she was ambushed. We told our manager exactly what the show was, gave him episodes of the show, like this is what we do. This was like when the show was kicking by then, like doing well, and it was almost like he didn't tell her anything about the show, and he's like, just show up at this address at this time for an interview. And then she showed up and like felt like there was like, there's bits in the show. There was like, she had no idea about it and she was completely offended, didn't understand it was a character, didn't understand anything about it.
So she got defensive?
So yeah, she said, she told her manager, like, tell them they can't air that. And I could have, like, we had her signature. I just didn't want to be that guy. So I never aired it. I think, Tori, who's a small?
Black.
Tori Black.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's cool.
We have an unaired one.
Yeah.
That we.
Well, you still have it in the can, but you haven't really. But you still got it. Oh.
I don't actually. I don't have it.
Oh, okay.
Personally, somebody. Yeah. I don't know where that is.
How many years? So you've been doing the YouTube. You were doing the YouTube, but then there's a point where you just stopped, right?
Yeah.
Why did you stop, man?
It started. I started getting real bad anxiety, and I started getting panic attacks.
Why? Because of doing this shit?
I don't know. I was uncomfortable with what I was doing. I wasn't happy with the content I was putting out, and I didn't want to do, like, to play the YouTube game, you have to put something out like every week. And if I'm not
happy, that's what we're trying to do.
I know, but like, yeah, to do one of those every week was like, it seemed like too much, and I couldn't keep a level of quality up.
Yeah.
And it just stopped being fun. It wasn't fun.
But you started playing video games too, right?
Yeah, I mean, I've always played games, but I just recently, I've been playing Rocket League.
Yeah, we talked about that. Is that an app that you talked about that game?
That's a hot game, Steve.
Is it on? Could I get it on the phone or?
No, it's PC or console.
And what is
get it on Xbox, PlayStation, or Steam.
Is it a shooting game? Or?
No, it's cars playing soccer.
Cars playing. I like soccer.
Yeah. But it's just something I enjoy, and I stream it on Twitch, and then people
you're twitching?
I do it once a week at least.
What's your Twitch, man?
Twitch.tv/Kassem G. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. We play Sasquatch podcasts, and we play Rocket League.
How many views? Do people watch you guys play?
Yeah, but I don't really promote it. So I don't, there's just like a small group of like 30 of us that all listen to this podcast, and then we all do viewer games. I really like it. It's a great way for me to connect with like diehard people that are there in a long form, that isn't just me reading their comment underneath a video that gets forgotten about or something like that. But
that's cool, man. I can't judge you because I love video games myself.
I know you and your brother love games. I don't know.
We've gone into it.
Yeah, I know.
FIFA.
Yeah. If you like FIFA, you'll like Rocket League.
Really?
It's.
But we're so competitive.
You're getting a ball into a goal.
But we're very competitive.
But it's a competitive game. They have pros in this game. Like
they get paid.
Professionals that get paid to play.
That's
And I just got back from New York. I hosted a tournament with like 6 of the some of the best players in the world came, and they all played. And
they brought you out to New York?
They flew me out to New York.
They flew you out.
I've done a lot of cool things. It's one of the coolest things to get flown out to host a video game tournament.
That's fucking so cool.
It was so fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you do it all, man. You do gaming. You've done YouTube channel and comedy.
That's it.
No, you've done stand-up too.
I did stand-up very badly for a couple of years.
I did too. It was hard, dude.
I actually did a show with Eric Griffin. You mentioned like one of my first shows. We did the show in like Thousand Oaks, and he was so nice to me. That's why whenever I see him, especially in the last few years, him get so successful, I'm like, that good for him. He was nice to me.
Shout out to Eric Griffin.
Eric Griffin, great.
That's like my brother.
Such a nice guy.
Yeah. We play Destiny. He's on my fire team. Yeah, he's on my fire team.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Do you still play Destiny?
Yeah. Well, it's I play the old
one. And the new
one.
one's coming out.
Well, I played the beta. Yeah, and
date
it's
of the new
dropping
one.
like in a week or 2 weeks.
So
or
what's your life gonna be like? And do you have to
See, that's
let
why
your
I'm asking you,
girlfriend know?
Kassem. Should I play, or I want to keep this going? But
This is easy enough to where. How many of these do you shoot a week? Just one a week, or do you shoot a bunch?
well, we do a vlog, and
Yeah.
then we do this.
Yeah, you got a good system. I feel like you're being spread real thin these days,
Yeah.
George.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's a good dude, huh?
one of the best.
I mean, I'm really lucky to have him on the team.
George
huh?
is one of the best. He's
I mean, is
very
he-
smart,
Is he a good guy?
highly educated, Ivy League,
Wait. Ivy League there.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ivy League?
He went to Columbia.
Well, I never knew that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Very smart guy, but he's very great at just being one of the guys.
He's loyal
Loyalties.
and he's dedicated.
George Loyalty Rose Tint.
Yeah. So if there's any single women out there who, if you want to meet George,
George, you don't have a girlfriend now?
No.
He's too busy. He doesn't
but
have time.
you deserve a good girl.
I know I do. I think I do.
Yeah.
All right, that's enough. Your head's too big.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Your head's getting way too big,
Let's
George.
keep this section.
Okay,
we should
I'm
do this
sorry.
section in every interview. You know, I want this section.
Why does your face turn red every time?
so red.
It's so
It's
red
so
every
red.
time we talk about you,
Oh
man.
my god. And then people
Yeah.
started calling him Pink Dick.
Yeah,
Did you show your dick?
let's see it, dude.
No.
Let's see
Come
your
on,
dick.
dude. You know
wanna
me.
see if
I'm
your
like your
dick is
brother
as
now.
pink as your face
Let's just
right
see
now.
it. You don't have to show it on
I'll
camera.
send you photos. I'll send you.
But is it pink?
Yeah, it's fake. Of course.
Are your nuts pink too?
Yeah.
Have you
Do
seen?
you have that stripe down your balls?
I want to.
Is that pink or is it brown? Because
That's the
mine's
pinkest
brown.
part. That's the pinkest part.
Yeah. Have you seen it, dude? Be honest.
No, I've never. He's never let me.
But you've
come
seen
close.
him in a bathing suit, right?
What do you?
Have we
You guys went to the
swam
spa.
together?
You had a pool, man.
I had a pool.
Yeah.
Oh, you do. You
I
do.
had one, yeah.
Nice.
In
nice.
Marina del
Dude,
Rey.
your house is awesome, man.
No, but then I moved and I
Yeah.
became a homeowner. That was
dude,
big step.
congratulations
Yeah,
on that.
big step.
Fucking homeowner,
That was
dude.
one
OG,
great thing.
OG YouTuber. You're an inspiration to us.
I'm dropping money.
It's okay, man. You can.
Have some-
It's all right.
Oh my god.
Yeah, man. So what do you? I mean, this wasn't that bad, right? How we doing on time, George? I want to keep going.
We can do a few more minutes, but we should slowly wrap it up.
Is
That's
there
it,
anything?
huh?
Is there anything you want to talk about?
No. I do want to say I'm a huge fan, and I'm so glad that you're.
Dude, thank you. I'm a huge fan of you
Stop.
and what
You don't
the
have to-
legacy you've done. We're trying to get there, man.
You're on your way.
You think so?
I can.
But I don't
can
have to.
See.
We don't have to play the game, though, do we?
No, that's the whole thing. Is that
Do we
you're
have
doing
to
it
play the
without
game?
having to play the game.
Yeah, I don't know what the game is, man. This is.
I'll know you're playing the game when you have like YouTubers on that like do unboxings or.
Oh, but we've done. We've done that, though. Motherfucker, you told me to do that
You're
shit
no,
too.
it's okay if you're doing it. But if you
Right.
have somebody who's if you have a guest on whose show on YouTube is to like talk about the drama of other YouTubers, then I'll know you're playing the game.
They have that.
They got guys that are making hundreds of thousands of dollars talking about other YouTubers making hundreds of thousands of dollars.
That's what they do. No, we just want to make a little cool little,
You
indoor
don't
show.
Don't worry about it. You're on
Yeah.
the right track. This is perfect.
Just this.
Everything. The vibe is great.
Okay.
The guests you've had are great.
What do you suggest as far as like future guests? Like just continue doing my homeboys and like my friends and everything.
because
I want the underdog, man.
you're interesting, and the people that are around you are probably very interesting too.
I want the person still kind of struggling.
And if
try to do it.
and if
you
they're
know?
your homeboys, like there's a level of comfort that you have.
Oh yeah.
So like when you had Jade on last episode, you guys were there was great chemistry. You guys
I'm
were
cool with
vibing
Jade.
off each other. I know. So when you're cool with somebody, like the thing flows. It flows really good.
Now, do you have any recommendations on if I don't know the person that well and they're quiet, like to try to get stuff out of them?
I think you're good at that. You're good at asking
Just-
questions. Like you're good at not making the lulls.
I cut people off. And on the comments they say,
But that's your personality.
I know,
But
it's
not,
my
I
style.
don't even notice you doing it.
sorry, man. I'm sorry. They're going to comment on this video.
But you didn't do that to me.
Did I
Everything went really well.
I didn't cut you
George?
Yeah.
George?
Right. course.
Went really good.
Yeah.
You were great.
No, is there any suggestions as far as calling the ghost that's kind of living around these two units? Like, what should we say to him?
You could.
Can you say?
Yeah. Okay. So
can you give him a message right now, Colin?
Yeah, Colin
Drake.
Colin Drake. We are here, and we're sorry we're occupying your space. However, we are trying to be very respectful. And we are taking care of the space that you once called home. We are your friends, and we're not here to take over or make a mockery of your home.
That was
Something
great.
just something like this. Yeah.
Can you give Dolly a message too?
Who's Dolly? The dog.
Dolly was his Chihuahua. It was my dog too. I took Dolly. I took her for 2.5, 3 years. So can you at least give a little shout out to my old dog?
Yeah.
Okay.
Dolly.
Yeah.
I hope. Would pet you if you were right there, and they give you a belly scratch, and even though Kirby's here, Kirby would love to share his sleeping quarters and his bowl of food with you, because this is about respect, and you're missed, and your energy is honored. Oh,
So I want to show.
Dolly, and you had that dog for 3 years.
Yeah, my brother and I had to take her to. That's another story. But I talked about it on Tiger Belly already. Yeah, but she's in heaven now. And this is. Thank you for coming, man.
Yeah. Thanks so much for having me.
Will you come back? I mean, because I want to repeat. I want everyone that was on here back
again.
We'll
see how I did out there. I don't know.
Yeah, you did fine.
Your viewers are very protective of your show, and they should, because they're on the ground floor of something really special.
Thank you so much. And with that
being said,
I'd love to be back. I have to give a shout out to one of my Patreon. There's only one this week.
Only one?
Yeah.
Oh, you're on Patreon.
Yeah, cool. I got Patreon. This is my chart.
Oh, nice.
This is my Patreon chart. There. Can you hold it up there? So this is a new. I don't have one for the dollar rewards. I'll make one, but a shout out to Taco God.
That's a great name.
Yeah.
Nice job, Taco God. Thanks for supporting the ship.
So these are the people that are supporting, and that's why the show's still rolling.
Look at that. Handwritten names.
Yeah, I made this chart on my own. But the $50 one's hard to keep up. So shout out to Pikachu. I'm not mad at you. You moved back down to the 20. It's all good. We love you.
Well, he's still in the game.
Yeah, he's still in the game. I appreciate all the support. With that being said, now it's time for Raymond Brown. Welcome to Lil Ray's World Show. All I gotta say is kids' minds must grow. I got abducted by some aliens and dropped in snow. Whoa. Stuck into a world I do not know. So join me in adventures now. And I promise not to have a cow. My name is Little Ray. Hey, hey. My name is Little Ray. Hey, hey, hey. So welcome to my world. To all the boys and girls. Welcome to Little Ray's world. Hee-haw! Beep, beep, beep. Yeah, I hear you, beep. What the hell is this? What do we got here this week, huh? Looks like a goddamn whale. Hey, Mr. Whale. What's your story, man? All right, let me get this straight. Your name was Dale. You were a stripper, a male stripper at Chippendales. But deep inside, you really want to be a woman, right? Correct? There was a customer, a lady friend, who had a crush on you. stalked you, followed you home, and caught you in bed with another man having sex with you, correct? And she shot you with a goddamn nail gun? Oh, God, I'm sorry, man. Now you're a whale swimming in this astral world, man. Me and Beep wrote a little song about you. Goes like this, man. This one's about Dale the whale, kids. Listen up. Well, Dale is a whale and he needs a set sail. He worked at Chippendales with the brown ponytail. Where he lived was upscale, but he didn't go to Yale. He used to buy his clothes at the mall in Glendale. Used to spray perfume on his skin at Bloomingdale's. Cause deep inside his soul he did not want to be a male. Oh Dale, why'd you drink all that Yale? You got that liposuction on your butt that was frail. Sniffing all that coke like it was the holy grail. A woman loved him so, but was blind without the braille. Followed Dale home and the truth wasn't veiled. Found him in bed getting nailed to no avail. When his butthole got punctured and he squealed just like a quail. There goes Sheila at the end of this tale. Took a work gun and shot him with the nail. Bullseye, baby, with a direct hit. Got him in the middle of the head that was split. Now Dale is a whale that can't take a shit. Life is like a candle with the light getting flicked. Oh Dale, I'm so sorry, brother. Sorry about what happened, brother. Join us next week for another episode of Little Ray's World, man. See you then.
Boom.